Obviously, growing pains and understanding how hard it is to play at this level. But I was extremely pleased with the second half and how our mentality shifted, and so that's a huge positive. Obviously, having so many new kids that we knew that there were going to be a lot of moments that of little starry-eyed and some of those things that were execution but we're getting better, and that's what I love. I love the energy of this team and how hard they play, and now they just got to figure out how to play. Mm-hmm. And Bug, what can you say about what she did tonight? And again, just put us on her back, and 26 points. I think they said career high, 6 threes, career high, and all of those things that she's going to have to carry a bulk of the load until our new kids and young kids can really produce and understand how to do it at this level. But questions?
All right, what was the halftime? We're going to ask the same question. What'd you say at halftime? We got to know.
It's the same question.
Halftime talk was, again, it's whenever you're dealing with a young basketball team, is you're constantly getting them to grow up and feel what the pressure of this atmosphere and first home game to fans, to family, to all of those distractions that you have to focus and do your job. And so for us, it's we don't know how to handle a lot of those emotions yet and how to handle a team that you should, be able to play with, and that this team's good, this team maybe, who knows, and so you've got to deal with all of that. You've got to be the same, and so we're learning a little bit of that maturity. And they always say you can't ever replace experience. Bug has experience. None of the rest of our players really have that experience. We don't have anyone else on our basketball team besides Kara, who's really ever played minutes in a Division I uniform. So all of that is new, and so we're trying to learn and talk about what that takes, how hard and how fast you have to play, and the decisions you have to make quickly. It takes us a long time to make decisions, and so we're gonna keep practicing and keep getting better at it. But yeah, that was the halftime talk of go get it in a different tone.
They shot 58% from the floor, 66 from the arc, and then in the second half, you had 14 turnovers, 12 steals, and 24 points off the turnovers. Yeah. How much of that defensive adjustment was just execution? Did you guys make any specific defensive adjustments?
Yeah, the main, is that we usually double the post, and and we quit doubling the post, and we relied on that one-on-one, so then we could get out quicker, and so I think that helped us be able to be a little bit quicker to the ball. But again, it was our energy and our focus, and more than anything else, it's that you can't watch the ball. We had 5 people watching the ball the whole first half, and you got to focus on where defenders are at and where offense, where players are at, and so we have to learn that, and we have to put them in situations. It'll be great film to go back and really teach from, but it was the same defense, same. We didn't switch or do anything different. We did it better.
A lot of newcomers and the returners, aside from Asia, not really having a lot of experience, like you said. How do you figure out rotations? Is it more of a touch and go thing, like a feel thing, or do you kind of have plans for who you want out with who at certain points in the game?
You always have a plan, and then that plan gets blown up whenever you get in foul trouble. We had 2 players with foul trouble. Then Amy got stitches on her eye, and and so it does. You have a nice rotation that you want to. Again, I've promised Bug all year that I'm going to keep her at 32 minutes, and in our first 2 games, neither time has that happened. So you have a plan, and you want to try to get her, because she's got to play 32 hard minutes. And whenever she gets over that, then, it's difficult at this level. The pressure I'm putting on her is, but again, once that foul trouble, and again, we have a short bench, and so we're having to piece some things together. And so those rotations quickly become different.
Is the three-point shooting something you've been working on? Something that you've been thinking about making a bigger part of your game?
Yeah, just being able to be pushed to the wing more. I know I wouldn't have to be the point guard as I have in the past. So that was a focus for me this year, was with a great point guard like Dede who can draw so many. I knew I would have to really work on that part of my game.
How did you go about, like, did you do anything differently this offseason to kind of prepare for that? Get more shots up, or?
Yeah, I just game like shots, those type of shots that I would take, trailing shots, quick release shots, with shots I always worked on.
Deschanette, you guys had a significant amount of fast break points in the second half. How did you feel running the floor? Did that kind of open things up for you guys offensively?
My teammates ran the floor, so I looked for the open man, and they succeeded, which I believe in them to succeed. So, of course, I had to get it to the open man above.
How was just maintaining energy level throughout? I mean, you're playing at home for the first time, and like Coach was saying about those sort of emotional ups and downs. How's that been for you for your first couple NCAA games?
It's very different than high school, of course, but I'm able to rely on my upperclassmen like Bug and Kara to guide me through it. So it's been smooth, sometimes rocky, of course.
It's really interesting too, and again, having a freshman point guard, it's the most difficult position, the hardest thing, and so she's having to do it right away. So we've had to put tons of pressure on her every day during practice to do things different than she's ever had to do or been made to do, and so it is. I've really been pleased with that progression. But again, it ain't no joke. You have to try to be a point guard in this conference, and at this level, it's a really hard thing to have to do.
10 rebounds for Amber, double-double with 13 points. How big of a contribution is that?
Huge, and we within our team we talk a lot about big dogs, and of really that mentality to do all the little things, and I thought she was it tonight. She was the one who, those defensive rebounds were huge. Her 3-point play, and and all of those different, and then her talk all game long was really, really good, and so I was really pleased with her energy and her effort tonight.
When you weren't on the fast break, their defense was just kind of swarming no matter where on the court it was. In the second half, you kind of settled down. That wasn't so much of a problem. How did you make that adjustment?
Yeah, and so much of it was they missed some shots. Is that anytime they made buckets, they got into their press, and so then it slowed us down and made us kind of walk it up the floor. And so then whenever we were able to get defensive rebounds and they missed shots, then we could use our transition game. And again, that's going to be one of our strengths. Is we're quick and we've got some great shooters on the perimeter. But you have to get stops. First half, whenever they were shooting unbelievably, it was really hard to get any kind of rhythm on offense. And so then you had to rely on your defense, and they were just making a lot of shots, and we didn't do anything to counteract that.